Hello friend, welcome to YouTube channel. Today topic is element 1.2 regulating health and safety. In last lecture we have seen moral reason to manage health and safety and financial reason to manage health and safety. Third point is remaining. In this lecture we will see legal reason to manage health and safety. That means regulating health and safety. The legal reasons for managing health and safety relates to the framework of international and national laws that govern the conduct of businesses and organizations. Most countries have law that sets a standard for how organizations should conduct themselves with regards to management of health and safety risks. Failure to achieve these legal minimum standards can lead to enforcement actions by the authorities or prosecutions before the courts. Successful prosecutions can lead to fine, in many countries to imprisonment for the individual concerned. This is international course, so we will study international legislation. The international framework. International Labour Organization is agency of United Nations. Most countries are member of it. Sets international standards for health and safety by publishing. Two types of publishing is here: conventions and recommendation. First of all, what is convention? Convention, as name suggests, this is a meeting called by ILO to all country members. This create binding obligation or policies to implement their provisions. No legal authority unless ratified by the member state into its own legal structure. That means you have to implement it in your country by using parliament. And what is recommendation? Recommendation is provide guidance on policy, legislation and practice. This is the only guidance document related to regulations adopted by the ILO. Is Occupational Safety and Health Convention C-155. In this convention, a goal setting policy by companies and nation is given, and Occupational Safety and Health Recommendation 1981 R-164 supplement of Convention 155 and gives more guidance on how to comply with its policies. According to Article 16 of Convention C-155, what is the employer responsibility? It identifies obligation placed on employer to: first one is ensure that workplaces, machineries, equipment and work process are safe and without risks to health. Second obligation is ensure that chemical, physical and biological substances and agents are without risks to health when protective measures have been taken. Third obligation is provide adequate protective clothing and equipment to prevent risks of accidents or adverse health effects. Employer responsibility. Everybody is responsible for health and safety, but most of the responsibility lie with the employer to provide safe place of work. Second one is safe plant and equipment, safe system of work, training, supervision and competency of staff. This is the responsibility of the employer which must be provided by him. Employer responsibility according to Article 10 of Recommendation 164. First one is provide and maintain workplace machinery and equipment and use working method that are safe. Second one is give necessary instruction, training and supervision in application and use of health and safety measures. Third one is introduce organizational arrangement relevant to activities and size of undertaking. Fourth one is provide PPE and clothing without charge to workers. Next, ensure that work organization, particularly working hour and rest break, does not adversely affect occupational safety and health. Next one is take Take reasonably practical measures with a view to eliminate excessive physical and mental fatigue. Keep up to date with scientific and technical knowledge to comply with the above. According to Article 19 of Convention 155, also place obligation on workers and expanded in Recommendation 164 as follows. First one is take reasonable care of their own safety and that of other people. Second one is comply with safety instruction and procedure. Third one is use all safety equipment properly. Report any situation that they believe could be hazard and which they can't themselves correct. And last one is report any work related accident or ill health. Next, responsibility and right is given adequate information on action the employer has taken to ensure safety and health. Next one is given the right to necessary training in safety and health. Next one is consulted by the employer on all matters of safety and health related to their work. And last one is given the right to leave. He can leave the workplace that he has reason to think present an imminent and serious danger to his life or health and not be compelled to return until it is safe. As you know that the role of enforcement agencies is to enforce health and safety at the workplace. Then what is the role of enforcement agency? We will know in this slide. No harmonized global standard. There is no global standard all over the world which are applicable. Second one is country specific agencies may include health and safety enforcement agency, fire authority, insurance company, and policy may be involved in enforcing health and safety law in some countries. What is consequence of non-compliance? If you are not complying health and safety law legislation at your workplace, what will be the result? Breach of health and safety legislation is usually a criminal offence leading to enforcement action in this form, improvement or prohibition, or it may be cause prosecution. Prosecution, organization may be fined or individual may be fined or imprisoned. That means he can go behind bar. Beside legislation in the country, we have some other international standards that are International Organization for Standardization, that is called ISO in short form. World largest developer of management standard examples are given below. ISO 9001 which is for quality management, ISO 14001 is for environmental management, and ISO 12100 for safety of machinery. These standards are not law, they are good management practice. They lead to a worldwide common approach to good management. These are widely used in every country and you must aware about this. In health and safety, ISO 45001 is used nowadays. Internationally recognized standard for occupational health and safety is currently ISO 45001 and compatible with ISO 9001 and ISO 14001. Other source of information is Health and Safety Execution UK. Website is given on the slide. Occupational Safety and Health Administration USA. Website is given, and European Agency of Safety and Health at Work, in short called EU. Website is also given on the slide, and WorkSafe Western Australia website is given there. You can use this website to access many source of information, guidelines that can be used, best practices in different countries, and you can use this in your country or in your plant.